Hi everybody. Welcome
Hi.
in. It's episode 5 of our Dragon Age story Blood and Lyrium. Hope you're all well. Before we introduce the story and the players, I always provide a little content warning at the start in case you're a new viewer. Dragon Age is a setting which has some dark and difficult themes, not only with some grisly horror, but also in its political and cultural tensions. There are power imbalances throughout the lands of Thedas, and we may on occasion touch on these in our story. We already have this season, and we probably will continue to do so for a little bit. Rest assured, we'll be as respectful and considerate as we possibly can when we're dealing with it. And we have discussed our lines and veils prior to today's session. We can check in with each other, but we want you to also be mindful of your own comfort levels as well. As important as these stories are to voice, your happiness and comfort should be paramount, and as such, we would never judge you if you need to step away. That being said, it is time to introduce ourselves. So start. I am Emma Hamley on the internet. I use they them pronouns, and I'm the storyteller for this fabulous game. My players, we have a full party again! First time in 3 weeks. Hey! If
Yay.
everyone could introduce themselves and let us know who you're playing.
Hello. I am Emily. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Kana, our favorite blacksmith mommy. Uh, and she's doing so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, it's rough. Let's.
Hi everyone. My name is Satan or Alyssa Vamp on the internet. I use any pronouns, and today I will be playing our favorite baby girl, our Dalish elf mage, full adult male elf. Thank you, Phelan.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity. I go by she, they pronouns. I am playing our pillbug human rogue, Oriana, who goes by she, her, and she's doing great. She's just, for a whole week been tossling on the ground with the slaver and trying to kill him, and she's failing. It's fine. And everyone's watching. It's great. We're doing great.
Hi everyone, I'm Bex. I use any pronouns. I go by Phoenix Force on the internet. Today I am playing our big, tall, sunshine girl, Canary Cass, who is genuinely doing so great. Actually, like this is just her day job. This is her 9 to 5. Hope everyone's having a nice time. She's gonna do some crafts after work. See how y'all do.
I'm sure it'll be fine. So that is us. Last week, we reconnected with Oriana, who had been laying low and seeking out information on the slavers who were due to receive this party as cargo. Making a little rat friend along the way, she was going to charge in and deal with the situation solo, only to be gently mothered by Kara. Agreeing to use caution, she headed back to the inn where they were due to spend the night. The following day, over breakfast, Ori and Kana caught up before sitting with Cassandra and getting to know her a little better. It certainly seemed that Cass and the group's motives and worldviews aligned, and it is fortunate that they get along, as they're going to be working with the group for the time being to seek out their various quarries. As the group headed to the warehouse to deal with the slavers, they decided to go in with a social deceit angle over infiltration or charging in with violence. Sadly, the person at the door seemed keen to head with them to pick up the cargo, and the plan didn't really go to plan. Violence became the option. Charging in, kicking ass, the group managed to take out the slavers and disappeared before any of the authorities caught up with them. We join the group now, later that day, as you're settling in for your evening meal and recovering from your numerous injuries, everybody. As you're sitting down to your meal, Phelan is going to be coming over to the table to join you all, having been out of action last night and also most of today. So I want to know, what food is everybody eating? And Phelan, how do you look right now?
Go ahead, answer the food, everyone.
Yeah, that's the more interesting question.
Yeah.
I think Kana has some stew and some mashed potatoes, and she is sort of like sitting there staring at it, like moving a spoon through the stew and just like not eating anything, actually.
I think Oriana. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, guess.
No, go for it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
after you, after you.
Someone
I
has
think
to go.
Oriana is probably, honestly, I think she's probably feeding Franklin more, just like giving him little bits. And if she could find those cookies that he liked before from the warehouse we were in, she would have brought those back for him. Otherwise, I think she's sitting there just kind of eating the same way, like picking at things more so than anything, and little smorgasbord of whatever fruits, nuts, and things that she could have found, and making sure Kara eats as well.
Cass, I think, has essentially assembled herself a charcuterie board, but like the sort of charcuterie board that you would take to an event to feed a small party. But no, that's just for her. Like lots of little meats and cheeses and dried crackers, and is probably the only one who's eating like quite enthusiastically. It's like, I'm hungry. Did good work. Gotta fuel up.
Yeah, you earned some good food. To be clear, and just before Satan describes Phelan as Phelan comes over to the table, can each of you just describe what you look like sat at this table with your injuries from the fight you've just had? How are you looking?
I think Kana is looking, I mean, has dents in her armor, has dings, scrapes. I think she like splashed her face with some ocean water, try to clean off as much of the blood off of her as possible, both hers and others. But is mostly just looking like she looks somehow like 5 years older in the face. Is just like looking a million yards away.
Life has aged you very rapidly.
Yeah, I was like, does she just have like the horror of the bone horn splitting that she did?
Yeah, that's definitely part of
Just
it.
curious.
For sure.
At least
Yeah.
Rainey's happy.
You might want to clean them before you give them to Rainy.
Yeah. I think Oriana is honestly probably looking not as rough as she has because she got her ass kicked in the deep roads. But I think it's probably closer to that and more like bruises and things like that because she doesn't usually tussle with people.
Yeah.
She very aptly stays out of reach. So I think
Sure.
she's looking a little worse for wear. Like it looks worse than it probably is for her. Yeah.
Cass looks quite well about herself actually. She looks relatively put together, apart from like has like a shiner of a black eye coming up. And then there's just like when she like moves, you can see in her shoulder there's like a massive hole in her gear, and it's all just sort of bloodied around the ragged cloth, and then just sort of a vague spray upwards from where she banged someone over her knee.
That was so
It's
good.
not. And like, yeah, there's just sort of like a very distinct blood pattern that's like, oh, she banged someone again. Yeah.
It's a well-known move in the Antiguan
Yeah.
oil wrestling. Yeah. Good. So that's what you see, Phelan, as you come
Okay.
over. Feel free to tell them how you're looking.
Phelan's looking refreshed. He's looking pretty good. I think you would notice I would like to say I think he got a little bit of a haircut with the help of someone. So I think you'll see that he got Parmesan. Sorry. He's getting comfortable. Okay. He has like the sides shaved and like the undercut, where you can see more of the burn that's on the side of his face. And okay, 1 second. Sorry.
And the bar cat just keeps crawling
And the
on
bar
him.
cat just keeps crawling on him.
So many bar cats.
Yeah, but he looks pretty good, clean. I think immediately seeing them, there is a look of worry on his face, and guilt.
Okay.
Uh,
You walking okay? Sorry.
shut the fuck up. We both know the answer to that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm just painting the picture for your friends so that the players know how to react to you, that's all.
He's walking fine,
Mm-hmm.
slowly, but fine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I mean, you know what? His shirt covers his neck, so we don't need to talk about that. But I think as he comes over, there's a big look of worry, and he kind of just stands there trying to figure out what to say because he doesn't want to say, "Hey, are you guys okay?" Because clearly you're not. So, except Cass, she's having a great time. And he just comes over to say, "Was like, what happened?"
But Kenna doesn't look up, but she starts. Did what we set out to do. They're taken care of. Got one here tied up, but yeah, no, that went great.
Oh.
Sorry, your camera froze for a second there on a very amusing expression.
It was similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Oriana is just I think she would look at you very briefly and just kind of like, yeah, they look worse at least.
Do you need healing?
Maybe later.
I think I need a drink. And she gets up.
Yeah.
I'd like to
I
think
think
that there was a moment where like Kara came downstairs where she heard people entering. She caught sight of you guys before Rainy did and went, "Oh, I guess they're not here. We better go back upstairs." Let's go draw your mom another picture.
yeah, sounds about
So
right.
they're not here and in that scene, but yeah, Kana can get up and with a solemn energy go to the bar.
I think
And
she
I'm
actually
feeling-
sits at the bar.
Okay.
Oh, Kayla's taking that personally. Oh god.
I think Oriana would shift like the chair out and just be like, just come sit down, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. What exactly happened?
Well, mm,
How does one
just-
sum that up?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if Oriana has the words to
Yeah.
aptly describe.
He'll look at Cass then.
Yeah. Can I just point out, by the way, I love Phelan doing the neurodivergent special of like, that person is angry. They must be angry at me.
Yeah.
It is
That's how it
immediately my
works.
fault.
I came over, asked what happened,
Yeah.
and cannot left to go sit somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm the problem, clearly.
Hi, it's me.
I'm the problem.
That's what that song is about, the neurodivergent experience. Sure, you can look over at Cass for an explanation.
Cass fully like a cube of cheese halfway to her mouth, like, oh, we went over there, tried to talk our way in. I've been on jobs that have went better, so we decided that that wasn't going to work, and just kind of fought our way in through. Yeah, it went okay, all things considered. I know it doesn't look great. Cass is like sweating, like I'm trying not to be insensitive, but also I
I'm-
I see this as
While
an
Cass
absolute
is-
win.
Yeah, like as Cass is doing this, can I just make a real quick like little like glance No one's listening to us, right? There's no
Ooh.
guards here.
Sure. Do you want to roll me? I mean, it's somewhere in the perception wheelhouse. If you have something that will allow you
Yeah.
to suss that out.
We all know I don't. I'm searching, and that's not quite it.
Don't
I
memorize
appreciate you,
everything.
though.
Yeah, it's always worth asking.
14 with 6 stun
14.
points.
Oh
Okay,
my
what?
gosh.
Oh my god. Hello?
6 stunties?
You can
Oh
see
my God.
everything.
Yeah.
He's carrying a purse with 5 gold in it. Yeah.
I think you don't get the impression that anyone here is a guard. No. I think there is someone who is sat at a table. It's not wildly far from you, who's doing that thing. I mean, you guys look like shit right now.
Yeah.
And so when you're talking about it and what you've been up to, this person is clearly listening in a, I wonder what tea is going down at that table, like something.
But not like
happened,
I'm overly interested to make notes here. Yeah.
No, not making notes. No, they're just
He's people
they're-
watching
they're-
and people listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely listening in, but if you look over, they'll do the, oh my God, I'm just gonna take a
I
sip
just
of my
wanted some
drink.
gossip. I'm sorry.
If you tell Phelan, he'll do the Durovai version.
No, I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah, but beyond that
Okay.
though, no.
I think we're gonna just look, Phelan, we can tell you everything in private, okay? But it went well overall.
I'll choose to believe that for now.
Look, the overall good versus the overall bad, the good outweighs the bad right now, is what I mean. Not
Is the
that
bad
it went
you
well.
killed people?
No. That's not the bad.
That's
The
what I
bad would
was
be we
worried
would be
about.
dead. We're not dead.
Well, okay, but you said the good always, but clearly you're okay. So is the bad for you guys that you murdered
Well,
people?
no, the good.
Is that
Okay,
the
we're gonna
bad?
talk about this later, but the good is the information.
Okay, but I'm talking about the bad.
Yeah, the bad we can talk about later.
Can we go somewhere to talk about it now?
I'm eating.
Eat faster. No, I'm kidding.
No,
He wouldn't say that.
my mouth hurts. I'm like, she's sporting like bruises. Like, I'm gonna eat slowly. But seriously, it's fine. Well, we are physically okay, ish. I think we're more mentally not okay-ish right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Hair looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Figured it was time for something different.
Yeah. I think she like toys with her short, like butched up hair. Like, I get that. Yeah.
I'm sorry I wasn't there.
That's
I
okay.
didn't know you guys were leaving so early.
Mm. Honestly, that was probably part my fault. I was gonna go do it by myself, but yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because it would look like it was just one person, not 7.
Or you would have died.
Flashes to what we did. Like, I mean, maybe. Definitely higher chances by myself, given what happened. So. Oriana's so good at comforting people.
We're all very emotionally open and well people.
For sure.
Yep, nope. Emotionally mature girl right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're comfortable being vulnerable around our
She's a
friends.
grower, not a shower. You're
Don't help
welcome.
me like this. I think not comforting, but trying to be comforting way, literally just piles on food and like shoves it in front of Phelan.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starts eating.
Yeah. It's okay, Phelan. Seriously, we'll tell you everything when we get upstairs, okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Can you just bar propping and having a drink?
Yeah, I think I don't think she stays long. I think she has a stiff drink and takes a beer back. Settles down eventually back with the group.
Mm-hmm.
So like mutters like sorry under her breath.
Oriana will do the same thing, just pile food and be like,
Cass, how are you doing? Oh, you're muted, I think. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Maybe the mic just didn't pick it up.
Speak louder. Oh,
Are we
hello.
good?
Hey,
Okay,
there
there
we
we
go.
go.
Okay. It's just having a temperamental moment. Cass, I think, is okay. I think she's in this strange spot right now where she's observing this happening and is trying to like make the connections of like, this is my job. So when if someone isn't there at my job, then it's fine. But it's different for these people. So you can almost like, if you look at her for long enough, you can see her like joining the dots and like almost reassessing how she is. She's like, oh, okay, this is not a good job, everybody. Shifts over, break to go hang out. This is a harder slog for these people. So yeah, I think she's sat back and she's watching it happen. Yeah, it kind of quietly, but you can. I feel like the group can feel like her eyes, like
Yeah.
The
darting back and
quiet
forth.
is louder than her
Yeah,
speaking.
very much. Yeah.
I think there'll probably be a moment where you're watching these people and the fact that there is quiet at the table and there's injuries coming back in from whatever errands he was running is a scan who's gonna like catch your eye and do like the across the bar catching your eye and be like
Full sign language. She's just like, well, I don't want
Yeah.
to speak. These people are clearly having a moment.
Can't you see they're having a moment?
He'll go over and get two big drinks.
Mm.
And then
I
like
think-
do the points at your table, points at bar.
Yeah, I think Castle like as sort of as subtly as like this huge Kunari cat will just sort of like shuffle out and be like,
Just
okay, I'm gonna leave them to have this moment. I'm gonna
the
go
creak
stand
of
elsewhere, 'cause
wooden
I
leg
feel
against the
like-
floor.
I feel
I
like
want
her
you to
energies are
know-
very different.
Yeah.
Phelan's watched Akari like give you the sign. She was watching the whole conversation. Watches you
yeah.
leave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like you know what? Our energies are mismatched. I'm gonna let them have a minute.
I like to imagine because you're so tall, it like goes longer than normal, like
Yeah.
Honestly, like Cass like stands up and it does the thing
Yeah.
where like the table like tilts back and forth. She like just like, oh, man.
I'm just gonna. Can I just squeeze? Sorry, can you push your chair?
Sorry. Going
The
to
chair
theatre-
drag.
Going to the theater in Orlais is a nightmare.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she has
You
to be
can't
first
get
in and
front
last
row.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's back row only for your horns. But he'll pass you the drink when you get to the bar. Hey,
Yeah,
you're
Cass
all
will,
right.
like, take it and lay down and just be like, it's just I forget sometimes that this isn't normal for people.
What? The blood spray on you? Did
Uh,
you get a bit of
I did that. You know the knee break. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the over the back, but yeah, no, it's good. It's
Also good. Yeah, that and also just, I mean, you get it. You spent all your life the same way I did. Like I don't remember how old I was when I first saw like a fight happen
Oh,
or
like-
someone and
Like killing people?
yeah.
Oh,
mm.
yeah. Maybe it's
then-
like first time kind of.
I don't think it's first time, but I
No.
forget, I guess, that it still weighs on people even when people deserve it, you know?
Sure. They're only recently liberated from their binds, so like a lot of people need to take time to process that trauma as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Mm.
Just weird. But it's like I came in and I was like, great, job done, have some food, go for
Yeah.
a bath, like call it
Yeah.
a day. But they're
You
just
got a
kind of like,
much carb load at the other side of it, you know?
yeah, but they're just kind of
Mm.
like having a moment, and I'm like, ooh, I have misread the situation, and now I'm just here.
Yeah. We
You
can
know?
drink at the bar. You know, if they need you, they know where you are.
Yeah, I, I want to help, but I don't know what to say that's not. Have you considered being raised in a militant religion that forces you to get good quick? Otherwise, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think most people have considered that, and I don't think
No.
they should.
Yeah, it's not something that's like prevalent in most people's minds when they're like first trying to figure out their purpose in life. Most people just,
Yeah.
I know what my favorite animal, my favorite color is, and this is what I want to be when I grow up. Not we're down to 10 now. 10 on the body count. Let's keep going. I'm gonna beat
Yeah.
you.
Did you ever figure out your favorite color? We had that conversation when you got here. You said you
Yeah.
didn't know.
Well, I like a deep red.
Uh-huh.
Not for blood, but like, it's the I just think it's a nice satisfying color.
Hmm. Well,
Like the
that's nice.
color of cherries, like the dark cherries,
Oh,
you know?
real
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I miss cherries. Well,
Yeah.
that's nice. It's nice when you figure out a new thing. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
still finding out things about myself that I didn't know were things.
Yeah. It's
Some people have never had a favorite color as a kid, and some people have never killed a man as a kid. You know, like these things kind of even out.
yeah, not everybody's experiences are universal.
Yeah.
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 I don't know which one I prefer, honestly. Because this has
I don't-
conditioned me well for the jobs that we're in, and I can apply it to help others. But equally, it might have been nice to be like, it's my first time drawing a dragon.
Yeah.
I still haven't done
yeah.
that yet. Maybe, you know what? You know what, Cass? I feel like every time that we swing by each other with the jobs, we should pick one of those things and like do it.
Yeah. Do you want to draw a dragon this time?
I'd love to draw a dragon. We should
Okay.
ask the bar if they have like implements for us to draw.
I mean, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Hey, I taught myself how to draw last time, so
Okay. I can't imagine I'm going to be very good with it being like the first time trying it, but you know that you have to start somewhere with any skill.
and well, we saw lots and lots of dragons. They told us
Yeah.
all about them.
Yeah, they did. Oh
Every
God.
week.
Yeah. Speaking of not being able to switch off our life lessons, by the way, did you notice there's a bard in the bar? Like, not the sing-songy type. I mean, they probably do sing-songy, but there's like a bard over there.
Interesting.
I enjoy seeing that.
Suspicious
You can
or just
tell.
hanging out?
No. You know when people have like concealed weaponry and are doing that thing of
Yeah.
being able to like listen to everything that's going on in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Mad respect
Well,
for them, honestly. It's quite the career.
yeah, I mean, couldn't have been us, but maybe it would have been fun. They get nicer clothes.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do like the things that bards do to get their information and to carry out their jobs. I feel like some of it's skill sets that I don't have.
Well, we knew that already, so
Yeah.
that's not news to me.
Okay. I don't. Do you think you'd have been a good bard?
No, absolutely not. But we weren't talking about me. We were talking about you.
Yeah, I suppose we were. All right. Let's draw dragons. We'll ask someone to be the judge, and whoever got the best drawing has a drink bought for them by the other person. Their choice of
Okay.
drink.
Sure, that feels fair. I can do that.
All right. I wonder if they got colors. He says as he goes.
What are we coloring them in now? Come on.
Yeah, you gotta decide what dragon you're going. I would like purple and yellow because I like the Gomorrah Storm Riders. It's the
That's so
electricity,
true.
man. It's just
Yeah.
you can
Valen's
taste
ears
it
just
on the
like
air.
dragons. Don't say dragon. Don't say DROGONS in the front of the elf. I can spell.
Yeah,
No,
Drogons.
I can definitely spell, I promise.
All right. So the two of you are left requesting and being given stuff to do some drawing and coloring in if
And
you
like
choose.
bar napkins, just
Yeah.
like scratching out little
They'll
dragons.
have like little scrappy bits of paper for like when somebody brings
Yeah.
in a little kid and it keeps them entertained.
Yeah. We are the children. These huge
Yes,
Canary, just
yeah.
like look, I'm drawing a dragon.
He sticks his tongue out when he's drawing. Yeah, it's great.
Adorable.
Mhm. The other three at the table who are having a far less wholesome moment right now, we return the scene to you guys.
Is Kana coming back?
Yeah, Kana's
Can
back.
eyes back.
Okay.
Um, I don't know what y'all want to do, but we do have some unfinished business to take care of.
Right.
I figure we deal with that before we clean up.
Right.
So we're just going straight for it.
But we like I think she kind of like looks around like and gets quieter. We can't just keep him.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you when we're upstairs.
Should we go upstairs?
Yes. Are you done
Okay.
eating?
Yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah.
I didn't even bring the food
Let's-
myself.
Yeah, do we here, let's get some stuff for Rainy and Mom. Okay. And just like we'll kind of like like little cloth thing and like wrap it up real quick and just, I mean, I'm sure they have something, but just in case. Okay. And or I'll just pill bug her way like it up. Just It's a very good question though. Above table, where did we put him?
Where did you put him?
Also,
Talking about.
also, I would have loved to grab stuff out of the room if possible before we took him.
Like
Anything that had like paperwork or anything like that, if possible. I don't know in headcanon how that went down.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much paperwork they would have necessarily with the type of work that they were planning on doing, because having paper trails on you when you're doing the kind of work that they do can
or
be
like looting
dangerous
a
because the
body or
people,
something.
sure, because the
Yeah.
people that are contracting them aren't going to want a paper trail with their names on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's different for a ship's manifest, but you guys were very much, it was coded as to what was in the cargo. So not necessarily that. They were, I mean, they would have had equipment, so if you wanted to take bits of their armor, you could, or weapons. In terms of what was inside of the warehouse, there'll have been maybe a couple of crates that had some bits and pieces in it. Nothing that's going to be easy for you to cart around, because they were waiting to receive cargo. So the place was empty. They
I'll say they've been there for at least 2 days, right?
Yes, they've been there
Yeah.
a while. Now, the thing I will leave to you guys to decide how you would want to handle this is they had to have had plans in place for how to get you where you need to go.
Yeah.
And whatever those plans weren't here in this warehouse, but they surely had to have been in the town. They weren't going to be carrying your cars just evil. So there's probably stuff in town, like wagons and horses.
Okay.
Stuff though, nothing I would say that is like personal beyond. A couple of them might have wedding rings.
Oh, how mean is Oriana? Melt that shit down.
Yeah. Listen.
Honestly, Oriana probably would have taken a couple. Not many, but
Mhm.
just enough to, fence off essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where did you put them?
Because thing is, we wouldn't have been able to like just take him upstairs into a room, right? Like, don't look over here. Just dragging dead weight.
It depends how you were taking
Yeah.
him out of the place.
We're real bad liars, though,
He-
as we've proven.
I don't know what you mean.
Uh-huh. Because my only thought is, oh, our friend's drunk. Let's go get him upstairs. But I don't know with the
But
three
if
of
you'd
us
wrapped him in
how-
some fabric and it just looked like you, I mean, I
Isn't
know
he
it's gonna be
tied
like
up?
you're carrying.
Yeah, but then he's just a
Yeah.
dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So what will you have done with him?
There by chance a back entrance.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, or like a storage thing that no one goes out to hardly. In the back of the inn,
I'm happy to
place
yes
where you
and
keep
where
the
do you think,
horses.
where would you have taken him?
Honestly, I think Oriana would lean to not in the inn.
Yeah.
Like
Like
either a building
shed by the
beside it,
stables.
yeah,
I
or
was
a
gonna say,
shed or
stall in
something.
the stables, not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
because this isn't like a super active town. I mean, there's people in it, but
There's people in it. Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like it's empty or quiet, but you could put him there, and just for tonight, you reckon you would probably be able to pull off dealing with that.
yeah. So yeah, it's at least where Oriana would vote to put him.
Okay.
I imagine they had this conversation very rushed and quiet while they were running through
like we
the
have to like
streets
take him somewhere.
back. We
Yeah.
have to put him somewhere. We can't just
What are we
put him
talking
here.
about?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Phelan's just following. He doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
most
are
time.
you going out to
Gently
deal with that,
leading.
or are you going upstairs first to have a talk?
I would vote we, or I'll just say it. I think we should go talk to him first. Just deal with that and then
Get it over with.
clean up and yeah. And who knows, maybe it won't be bad and he'll cooperate and then he can just be let go and it'll be fine.
Did you
He
kidnap
regrets
someone?
his ways.
Can
Yeah,
I look
out of-
real like around us? Is anyone following us out of this inn?
Nobody's following you.
Incorrect, Cass says.
I was like, I don't like the way you answered that. How dare?
And Cass will glance over her shoulder, and if she sees you leaving, we'll be like, "Oh, my charge, gotta go."
What? Oh,
Goodbye.
oh, I guess I win.
Yeah.
You owe me a
Yeah,
drink.
we'll like throw down some coins. Be like, "There you go, buy yourself something." Also,
you.
give that bard my name. Goodbye.
Okay, I'll. All right.
We'll follow and sort of fall into step behind everyone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we are going out. We are going to the stables. This is where they're leading you, Phelan.
Yeah.
You
Phelan.
will
Phelan's
get
just
to-
looking at Cass like, what the fuck's happening?
Cass is just like, "Don't worry about it. It's so fine."
That's kind of a little late to say that. First of all, I'm always worried, so jot that down.
Okay, well,
Uh,
stop worrying about this thing specifically.
Well, I can't actually, but that's
Oh well, I
yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When you get there, I imagine this person is still tied up. Did you put something in their mouth to keep them quiet in case they came to? Okay.
He's tied up above
Yeah.
the elbows,
Yeah.
around the knees. Like, yeah, that bitch ain't going anywhere. If he is, he's informing his way out.
Okay.
Not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it would take him a long time.
Uh-huh. So
Unless
we
someone
have
found him.
yeah, Phelan, you'll get in there and you can see in the stall someone wearing dirty, probably slightly bloody leather, get something over the head? Like a hood or something, or
Sadly, probably is.
It's just
Okay.
the bag over the head.
so you just see a form, vaguely male looking.
Did you kidnap
um,
someone?
We
One last time, I'm gonna
chose-
look around. I'm gonna
There's
stab
there's
in the hay
nobody.
bales. Is
Yeah,
there
there's
anyone
nobody in the
here?
stables.
He's
no,
very
no.
he's whispering. He's not just saying it out loud.
I'm just making sure no one's here. Okay. Yes,
I
we
get
kidnapped
that.
somebody.
Oh,
He's a
We,
slaver.
oh, then why is he alive?
Because
we spared one here.
I can't just kill everybody first hit, okay? It took me a minute. Anyway, we we brought him in case we could learn something from him. And the guards were coming and we had to run.
Okay. Should we do this now?
Yeah, I'd rather do it now. Well, I'm still mad about it. And I'll be honest, is there any water actually in here?
You gotta waterboard
Not
this guy.
torturing him. Calm down.
Yeah, we agreed. We agreed.
We
Torture.
agree, we're not
torture.
doing
It's on
that.
our. It's on our red list, so we're not doing torture.
Not
Um,
torturing him.
It's important to use lines of veils, everybody. That is on definitely a line. So, yeah, probably not this. There's outside. There's one of those like large troughs, with a sort of hand pump to get some water for, you assume, when there are horses here.
Horses, yeah. Oriana's just gonna take a towel that's in there or something, or cloth of some kind, and get it wet,
Hmm.
and then wring it out, and then again, as long as she's so fucking paranoid that a guard's about to come up, but we'll go in and take the hood off of him so that he can see us.
Still appears to be unconscious right now.
Cass is also going to very casually just like close the barn doors over and just slide the bolt across.
Yep. Good point.
Nobody needs to see this.
Sleeping.
If we are all like stood in the stall, it's just gonna like lean down and like hit the like kick bolt down the bottom so that it can't be opened and be like, okay, we're good.
Mhm.
And just loom in the stall like doorway, just like huge.
Phelan's just standing next to Cass. He doesn't know what's going on. It's just like, I feel safe here.
Yep.
The big Quinari woman will save me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. What do you guys do? Still bound. Probably still
Yeah.
gagging. Currently not conscious.
Throw a bucket of water at his head.
Like
I
the
I was going
actual
to
bucket,
gently wake him
or-
up, but that's okay. Go for it.
Oh yeah, probably starts the conversation off nicer. Yeah.
Ariana will be nice. And just like kind of like not gonna throw water on him, but try to gently wake him up.
Okay.
I'm leaving that gag in though. I don't want him to start screaming.
So as you start to like use your wet cloth and just try to gently wake them up, you'll see that this person is maybe 19. Male,
About the same age.
human. Yeah. Scruffy hair is looking a little worse for wear, obviously, because was in a fight. Will start to awaken with a bit of confusion and groan at the pain that he is feeling, but and not be able to move or speak. Will look at you, eyes will widen a little.
Hey kid. Good morning.
Frowns.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what's happening because no one was nice enough to do that for me on the ship, so I feel like it should be nice to you. Though, not really feeling like it, but we're gonna try. Okay. All the people you were with, they're no longer. We're in a stable right now. You're not gonna die. Stop freaking out.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that.
There's 4 of us and 1 of you. Okay. But you're safe. We're not going to kill you. We just want to know what's going on. Now, if I take that gag out, are you going to start screaming?
Looks around at everyone and shakes his head.
Okay, good call. All right. And Oriana will gently try to get that out of his mouth. And don't
Mhm.
bite me, please.
Okay. You are able to take the gag out of his mouth. He is quiet, as you've instructed him. Doesn't say anything. Is again just kind of gives casual glances to see who else is in the room, but eyes will mostly be trained on you, given that you're right there with him.
Yeah. Okay. What's your name? I don't quite care if you give me the right one. I just give me something to call you.
Gerard.
Gerard. You lying? No, I'm just kidding.
Stop, stop, stop.
He moved. No. Sorry. I can't help it. All right, Gerard. You can call me Oriana, that you might already know that. Okay, that's fine. Can you tell me what was the plan for y'all? Once you got your cargo, et cetera, go from there.
Oh, the cargo. Yeah, well, we had two locations to go to. There was one that had to go to a set location, others were being moved on. We were going to take all of the crates a large part of the way and then pass it on.
Was it these two locations? And she's going to describe the warehouse, and then the other one that she saw with her mom the day before. Were these the two locations?
No, we only had, no, I mean we had to take, we were going to be traveling across Orlais.
I see.
We only had one location
In town.
here, and
Okay.
yes.
Do you know details about where you were going?
Yes. The locations of where we were going, yes. I do not know much beyond the where, really.
Okay.
I was not paid to know that.
Oriana's just going to be like, just tell me what you do know, so she can at least log that away.
We had one stop first, where we had to go to Leeds, and that one we were gonna get paid for. Then upon delivery, and then the other we were traveling much further north. We were going to go to Gislane, but maybe we might have been asked to travel into Navarra first, I believe. This is just what I heard. I was not in charge of the, you know.
Yeah. Do you know, were you dropping off part of the cargo at each stop?
One stop there was one drop off, and then the rest were taken to a location to pass on.
Gerard, do you know what you were going to be carrying?
Not specifics. Usually we carry things that are not legal.
You were going to be shipping people.
Us. Specifically us.
Oh. I I I don't tend to. I'm very new at this. I just you know.
Honestly, I don't think Oriana can hide how like mad she is. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. Like
He's
Um,
feeling the fist from a lot of you. It's just like I sometimes I know that they did transport people, and I didn't know this job involved part of it.
So you're
you know
fine
anything
with taking money to transport people, including children. You're okay with that last decision?
Mm, no. It's not that I was fine. I I do work to pay off a family debt, and this was the one I was put on most recently.
Who are you paying it off to?
The people who were in charge. They're all dead now, though, so I don't know.
all of them? That was all of them in there?
Of our Yes, there are people in other towns that we've encountered, but it's more they would give the person who was in charge money to do parts of this job.
Gotcha.
Um, they just did transport, not anything else. But I don't know. There's no excuse for it, I suppose.
Gerard, do you have any overhearings of who you were meeting?
Mm, I know we were going to be meeting someone in Elite who was handling this business for a lord. So we were going to be dropping off, and then they would have taken money for that. And then when we get up to the others in the north, there are people who run other legs of this type of journey to take them north, usually.
Okay. Just for above table, do I think he's lying to me? Or is there any signs I see that he's trying to
That
be a
would be
sad little boy, but he's not sad?
perception.
Oh no, my
empathy,
family
and
dead.
empathy roll.
Ah, not the family dead. Ooh, boo hoo.
I'm just 19.
He hasn't said his family are dead.
No. But yeah. Just, is he being shisty? 16.
Sure. 16, very good. Seems to be telling the truth. 16 is a pretty good pass. He I think what you're seeing is he's quite resigned to the fact that he's probably going to die here today. And there's not really anything he can do about that.
Yeah.
So he's trying to process that, but he has seemed willing to talk to you without you having to push very much.
Yeah.
And perhaps knowing that the people he was with are dead is helping that.
I would say sorry, but I'm not. Anyway, she's gonna take out a knife and then cut the bonds on his feet, at least.
He'll wiggle his feet, but he won't move.
It's a good call, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a child.
Oriana is not much older than him by a year, maybe.
Neither is Valen.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, and I think Oriana just kind of silently looks at him like, okay. And we'll look at the others. Is there anything y'all want to know?
Before we let him go, I just want to say something to you, Gerard. I would squat to get face to face with you, but I don't need to. You know, we're already pretty much face to face.
He frowns like confused as to whether if that's meant to be amusing or if he should like he looks a little uncertain about how to facially
Weird
react to
time
that.
to
So
make
he
a
just
joke, yeah.
keeps it straight. Yeah.
But
Failed to keep it gay. Sorry.
getting close and just like, kid, important to me that you know that if you, because you looked smart, like you knew what was going on, or that we could tell that you weren't in it because you wanted to be, you got lucky. You want a 1 in 7 chance to be the one that we didn't kill. It easily could have been you, but it's not you. You lucked out, and now you get to live your life, thankfully free of this.
He looks very confused when you say
Bullshit.
that.
Yeah, no,
but
we're
it
not
doesn't
gonna kill
interrupt,
you.
yeah.
No, there's been
Right.
enough of that. There's
Okay.
been enough of that today. And there's been enough of this bullshit. So you're going to get to live your life. My one thing that I request, figure out something good to do with it. All right? Make good use of the chance you got today. All right?
Okay.
Oriana, oh god.
That's
Just get the sense that everyone is kind of saying their piece. We'll kind of just
Yeah.
take a knee and take the axe like off her back and lay it down flat in front of him. And just like look at him, look at the others, and go, does anyone else have anything they want to say to him?
I do.
Go ahead.
And Oriana's gonna flip the knife that she had cut the feet with. She's going to get underneath the ones that are on his wrists and his elbows. Not gonna pull it yet. Just look at him and be, all right, Gerard, if that's your name. If you make another move against me ever again in this life, I'm not gonna give you the same chance, okay? Okay. Now, I'm gonna look at Cass and just, there are options. If looks at Cass, if they want to extend it to you, or be a guard, or whatever it else could be to pay off this family debt. I don't know, run away. I don't give a shit. But if you get another job and you see me, just leave. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And we'll
I-
cut it and just leave him alone. Yeah. We'll just walk away.
Dumbfounded now looking at Cass.
Cass just waits, gives him a minute, and then kind of looks and has rearranged her face into honestly maybe the kindest expression he's seen in this song. And speaks lowly. Everyone can hear her, but the point is to make him feel like he's being taken into her confidence. I don't know what you know about how people like me are raised. We grow up and we do a lot of things, and a lot of us regret the things we do. And those things are terrible and difficult and weigh on us. And most of us have blood in our hands that will never, ever come out. and some of us get second chances. Some of us stumble into them, some of us seek them out. I'm going to give you one of those right now.
Okay.
I wasn't one of those people you were transporting. I was there, I was hiding, and I was going to rescue them. And there are lots of people all over the place doing the work to rescue people. It'll never erase what you've done. But it balances the scales a little. And one day it just might tip them in the other direction. If you want to make that choice, we can set that up. And we can make sure that you'll be safe from anyone who might come after you for betraying them, or anyone that might find out what you've done, so long as you continue to help other people. You don't have to make that choice now, but we're here. You just have to come back here. You can look for me or another Canary. He'll have some red in his horn. Or, well, a woman that you'll know her when you see her. She has what I can only describe as a presence.
Vela nodding.
He's going to push himself to sitting on the ground. And looks down at his hands, opens them, and then closes them again. I don't have a life to go back to, and maybe a second chance would be good.
It's okay. A lot of us didn't either. We make one here, and it does good, despite everything.
I can help with what I know. The people that I know, some I only know what they look like. I don't ever get to know their names, but
That's okay.
Any little bit helps.
Yeah, we have people that will take what you know and will find out everything. And you'll be watched at first. We have to make sure that you're safe. That you are safe from people coming for you, and that we are safe from you, just in case. But you'll get to provide a warm space for these people we rescue, a home. You get to make a home for people who have been taken from theirs, just like you have. Everyone has their own struggle that brings us here. It's what you do with it now.
as you're speaking, especially at the tail end and the concept of helping others, his lips going to quiver a little bit, eyes will kind of fill with tears. I would like to try to help.
That's enough. That's how it starts. All right. I think Cass will sort of lean back in her hunches a little bit, but offer him a hand and be like, "Okay, coming up
Take
with
it
me?"
and stand up. A little
Yeah.
wobbly, he's
Yeah.
only just recently gained consciousness. Doesn't weigh very much. You'll notice as you pick him up.
She stands
Yeah.
up and
Hey, you're
goes to
like
pull,
me.
and then it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's too much time. Let's readjust really quickly."
Whoa. I was never very good at the fighting or the
You don't have to do that.
at
one.
any of it really.
If you
Well.
ever waver or get tempted by something else, remember right now the faces of the people that you were supposed to be transporting for slavery. Just think of this moment. Make a difference for yourself as well.
I think
Um,
Oriana just squeezes Kana's shoulder and just gonna start getting the door open. She doesn't want to be here anymore.
I am sorry.
What work, kid?
Mm.
Sorry you were in this position to begin with. And
Yes.
we'll follow Oriana out. She doesn't
Mhm.
want to be here anymore.
Yeah,
either.
she just
Yeah.
throws open the latch like, fuck this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he has his life.
And Cass, this is not the first time that you've been involved in this type of situation before. Sometimes when you infiltrate and take down an organization or a ring or disrupt a part of the process, you do find some people who are little more than slaves themselves, indentured servitude, and there's a lengthier process to help them figure out that side of things. Like I've said to you, there is a location that you know of. It is not the primary location for the Swallows where the people who have been rescued from slavery get to go. But there is a separate building that Adina bought and basically turned it into a place to rehabilitate and just help those who want to either change or to make reparations or figure themselves out. They get the opportunity to do it under very watchful eyes, and eventually they can often come in pretty clutch, if nothing else, as a source of information for you guys. And that information then helps you go and carry on your work, essentially. So you'd be able to take him in and deliver him either to Adina or Marcus or Ascaria, because you don't think any of the others are here right now in this particular town. You guys were mostly here just to deal with this. No doubt they'll be moving on at some point. But you can deliver him.
Yeah, Cass will like walk him in with like an arm round his shoulder that's like it looks companionable, but like she's very large and he's just a little guy.
Just guiding him. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and we'll deliver him.
Yeah. And the rest of you will get an opportunity to perhaps decompress or process that conversation or what's happened, either silently and just in your own thoughts or maybe over conversation, but you are able to head back to the inn. I know that there's obviously a conversation and possibly healing you want to do that would be in a private room rather than down in the tavern. Is that where you are all heading?
Yeah. Oriana would be heading to go get all of this shit off of her. She is. I think you'll even see her kind of just, scrubbing a little bit, trying to just shake off something she can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a larger communal room for you guys that has beds for you all, that was provided for you. There's not a bath in that room. The bath was in Adina and Marcus's private room, but there will be wash basins and stuff in there. And you'll be able to change out of your clothes.
Had a lot of baths.
Oh, I'm sure.
Um, I think Oriana would stop by just wherever Kara and Rainy are.
She'll be in
and
that
not
room
like
because it's like a big
Okay.
main. Yeah.
Yeah. And just drop off some foodstuffs that she had packed, and I think just silently starts taking things off and
Mm-hmm.
trying to just get it done without making a big pomp and circumstance, because I am sure Rainy will ask questions.
Mm-hmm. She's mostly managing to sit on the questions for now. Is happy, much like Kara, your mother, to see that you all came back. And she's in, been through an encounter with you guys where there was violence, so it's not like she's never seen somebody bloodied up.
Yeah.
But she kind of waits because obviously the energy I imagine the three of you are bringing into this room is heavy. So she'll sit a little awkwardly. Cass, if you want to be involved in whatever conversation there is to decompress after this, feel free to also join them, because aside from just decompressing from things, eventually you are going to have to forward plan. But the three of you are at least able to go and
This bar cat is everywhere.
At least initially the three of you are able to go in and get changed. Obviously there's a lot unsaid. Phelan doesn't know the full story yet.
Yeah.
Do not. Okay. Okay.
I think once
Um,
Oriana gets the armor and stuff off, we'll just look at all of you and just, well, my guess is, obviously I don't know this for sure, but my guess is that their plan was to drop me off in Leeds and take the rest of you north.
so got a lead in Leeds.
Well, they keep mentioning a lord, and she's actually going to look at Cass and just, I don't even think she really says much after that. Just gives you a very knowing look and almost accusatory, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Just this lord they keep referring to, I can guess who it is. And I think she just
So
goes to
just
try to pick off dry blood off her fingers. Sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
someone we're gonna be trying to avoid, or someone we're very much not trying to avoid.
I don't know. And like looks at Rainy specifically. It's just, if it's who I think it is, they have a lot of money. They have a lot of influence.
So we deal with him because he tried to steal you and then take all of his money.
I like her idea.
They
Well, at least
usually
put that
have
at
like a
plan
big
B.
room, and then when you open the door, and there's just like piles of treasure everywhere, and that's how it works. And like art and
Yeah.
stuff and statues.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least plan B or C. Yeah.
Phelan's going to probably a little like washing bin that they have, get a wet cloth and start helping Oriana get the blood off her hands.
Thank you.
Of course.
Because I think you see her, she's kind of like scratching, like it's not doing it. Yeah, just.
Can also just still very slowly, like she still has some layers to take off, but is working on it. I don't think avoiding it for long long is gonna be an option, unfortunately. Am I cutting out?
Yeah.
We still heard you.
Sorry.
Your
Um,
internet's having burpees.
Yeah, sorry.
I think Oriana just grabs Phelan's hands while he's helping her and just looks directly in his eyes and Phelan, I don't think going after him is going to help your family. It can wait. My original guess was that they, I don't know, somehow found out who you were and were going after your family, but I don't know anymore. If the plan was just to drop me off, I don't think so. I mean, it still may, but I doubt it. I don't know. We'll need more info, but trust me, that Lord isn't going anywhere. Probably thinks he's too self-important.
I'd like to go and see my family. My father, make sure that they're all right. He may not be going after them, but someone that still is.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be so serious with this cat in my face.
I agree,
But-
Phelan. I think that's the priority. Just as far as time goes, we can't avoid this Lord forever, but we have time, and
might
maybe we can
be
come up with a plan while we're at it.
Maybe the swallows might help us get more information on them while we're out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's better that we go in knowing things, plan as best as we can. Feel like he's someone who has full money, say. It's not going to be easy. So the more information, the more pieces of the puzzle we can put together before we get there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think someone like that should be allowed to live.
Yeah.
you're probably right.
Well, and the connections
Sorry,
I know
Rainey.
he has. The connections that I know he has, it's going to be difficult. So it's going to take time to do something about it anyway. He's been trading with Calden for a long time. Their whole family has. And it's not like they're, don't have any friends in Orlais either. So, yeah, that's fine.
We'll get him, Ariana.
Yeah.
He not only hurt me, but he hurt every one of us in this building. Oh, in this room, sorry.
Yeah. No, the whole building. He might have.
The whole building. Everyone.
Everyone.
I scared the cat.
I mean, he might have. Who knows?
Yeah,
It's not
who
like
knows?
lords are really prized here, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Oh, yeah.
Phelan's going to squeeze Oriana's hand and give him a kiss. We'll get through this together.
Did you sleep in a tree last night, Phelan?
What?
You weren't here last night.
Yeah, I sleeping in a tree. It makes me feel like I'm home, you know?
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to ask if that felt rude, but I think just to make sure you were. I wasn't sure.
No, it's fine.
How do you
like
sleep
if-
in the tree?
Very carefully, actually.
Oh,
If you find two branches that are the right space apart, you can kind of like quickly make like a little hammock seat out of rope. You can
Can you
kind of just
teach
lay.
me?
I can definitely teach you that.
Great.
Yeah. And that way you'll always have somewhere to sleep, no matter where you are.
I'm very
as long as
little,
there's
so I
trees.
don't know if I can climb up a tree like that.
Oh, it's you just have to. I'll teach you.
I have very
Phelan's
little
pretty good
legs.
at climbing trees.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's not the length of your legs that matter. It's how dedicated you are.
Oh.
I
And
mean,
if you really can't climb up the tree, I'll
She
lift you
frowns
up
in
it.
doubt.
yeah.
Yes. Well, you're very tall. You could help me get up to a tree.
I'll
Yeah.
give a little
You could-
boost up and then you
yeah.
can climb the rest of the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, elves are smaller anyway, so if I can do it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a little bit more comfortable around wood than Rainy is, though.
I prefer metal, like my mom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And paint.
And paint. I'm a very good painter. Would you like me to paint you a picture, Cass or Cassandra?
I would love you to paint me a picture. Where are you going to paint me?
I usually take requests, but I can just paint you something if you like.
I think she
Yeah.
likes dragons.
Well, I do always like dragons, but I trust you. You are the artist, and I put my faith in you to paint me something that I'll like.
I did see a dog. We went for a walk
Wow.
in the afternoon, and there was a dog that was as tall as I was, but its fur was really curly, and I thought that would be
Uh-huh.
really fun to draw. So maybe I could draw. So it was all one color though. And she goes and gets her stuff. And then she goes to contemplate the drawing that she is going to beautifully compose for you. We're going to take our break, everybody.
Beautiful.
Woo!
Were you sleeping in a tree, Phelan? Anyway, we will
Yeah,
see you
I
after the break.
definitely was.
We'll be away for 10 minutes. Go have a drink, stretch your legs, etc. And we will see you when we're back. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, we're back, everybody. Hope you're doing well. We have had a break. I ate half of a sandwich and had to very hard that they put away the other half. Hope you're all doing well. We had a bit of a first half processing some things. We're all definitely okay. Um, got to go and deal with. Well, Phelan got to find out that you guys had kidnapped this guy with no context and no explanation, and still, there's not really been much of an explanation.
No,
But
it's okay. He's good at going with the flow.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going with the vibes.
Yeah.
Made it to the room where you guys have been staying at the inn to
We're happy.
take off armor, clean up. We had a bit of a snack earlier, so starting to decompress a little, maybe. Obviously, there's still a lot going through your minds, everyone, and the next stage of what you have to do may require a little bit of planning from you all. There's still maybe some conversations that you guys need to have, whether collectively as a group or individually. We don't really know, we don't really know what happened to Phelan either. We're all just going along with it. You at least have a couple of contacts you know you might need to get in touch with. You have some destinations that you know you're going to have to head to. Eventually, those of you who maybe would like to be receiving mail back from things that you'd sent might want to send some stuff off just so that you know, people know where you are and where you're going to be for receiving return word. There's a lot going on. Now, it was an evening meal that you'd had, so it is definitely well into the evening now. At this point, some of you might just want to go to bed. Some of you might still want to process some things. Some of you might still need to have a drink, or just sit and watch Rainy trying really hard to figure out how to draw a poodle. So I would like to ask, and I imagine you'll give me an answer in a second there, Tarn. What you guys are up to right now.
Just as a quick side note, while Phelan was very kindly helping Oriana, I think she would have told him a little quietly in a quieter area without Rainy really overhearing. Like, so we went to this building. There were 7 people. We murdered 6 of them. That was the one. Excuse me. That was the one that didn't die. Like
I
I'm
gathered that. Yeah.
fill in the blanks for Phelan because
Yeah.
she promised that she would.
Yeah. I think as you're
Yeah.
talking to him, he doesn't say much. 'Cause he's just listening to what's happened, but there's kind of like a look of guilt settling in. Okay.
It's okay, Phelan. It needed to be done, and we all need our breaks.
Not when you're all out there fighting people and facing danger and death.
To be fair, that was kind of our fault. We,
So you didn't plan to kill people?
nope. Honestly, I really didn't.
I thought that was just a given. 'Cause they were
I
slavers.
I mean, and honestly, I actually think you really see some real torture on her face because
Oh,
she, yeah, just
I'm not saying that I am okay with just killing people left and right. And clearly not there's people like Gerard. But I'm sorry you have to do that.
yeah. I think I'm I think I'm just struggling that I can't remember all their faces. Like we're getting so many now. It just not that I want it to remember at all, but I don't know if it's worse to not be able to remember because it's becoming so
Normal.
yeah.
It's it's not the same thing, but I grew up having to get used to people leaving or dying or disappearing.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to get used to.
No.
And honestly, you shouldn't get used to it. I think you have to hold on to that part of you that tells you that makes you feel bad to know that you're not going to be just like the people that we're going after.
Yeah. Because there was
So
definitely a part of me that wanted to kill him.
I get that. I don't think it's something you should feel bad about. I know that you are having some inner turmoil, and we all are, and that's not to say that yours doesn't matter, but to say that we're all going through the same thing, even through different viewpoints, but we can help each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes more than just us to help ourselves through something.
Yeah. I'm going to. I'm gonna help you find your clan, and I think kind of looks over your shoulder at Rainy and Kana and just Takara and get you safe. I think it's just I just like being the catalyst for it. It's hard not to feel guilty.
It could have been so many things that brought us here. And why you
Well,
say that you're the catalyst. None of this was your fault, Oriana. You didn't ask for him to come after you. You didn't ask to be treated like a piece of, like an object. You didn't ask to be taken away and kept like some art piece.
no, but
What?
I think there's a lot of nuance there.
Yes, there's nuance to everything in the world. It's not just black and gray. I get it. I understand you make certain decisions yourself, and I know I can't make you feel better, and you may never feel better. But you should listen to us more than that voice in your head.
Yeah. I'll try.
You didn't do this.
No.
We know who did it. You didn't ask for this.
No.
I am
but
still just happy that we were together when it happened.
Me too. I think you see her tug on the scarf from Arana and around her wrist. Yeah. Got a
I'll
lot to do.
find you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to resolve remembering when you did ask for it and just go, how can you be so short-sighted?
You weren't.
Well,
We'll figure it out.
figure it out. I think she just hugs you. Just thank you.
No one blames you. Okay.
Yeah. I'll work on not blaming myself. It's just gonna be a while.
I know. I struggle with it too. She's gonna squeeze him.
Yeah.
Cass, and also kind of Kana. Rainy is going to turn around. Ta-da! And has drawn. It's definitely a curly dog with a big curly tail. I had to use grey because it was all white, and I was trying to do this rolls just in white, but then it just turned into looking a bit like a sheep. So I used some grey. It looks like a dog, right?
Yeah.
Cass is like taking
Definitely
a
a
knee
dog.
to like look at it closer, like she's inspecting smart, and it's like, I think that's the best drawing of a dog I've ever seen. The grey is so good. It makes it look like it's got real depth, and it's really real. I can see it jumping off the page.
Oh,
Good job.
thank you. Completely believes that it's the best dog you've ever seen, whether it was a lie or not. And we'll kind of hand it over to you.
Thank you very much.
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
where you keep
treasure
those,
it.
like, pictures. Do you have a home?
Well,
Is that insensitive to? Is that bad? Immediately, like, eyes look to Kana.
I mean,
no,
you have
it's
to
okay.
ask.
Yeah, you gotta ask these things.
Okay.
Mm.
We have a place where we go a lot of the time, but a lot of the time I'm also traveling and working. So I have a really big backpack that I live out of a lot of the time. That's why I got to be so tall, because otherwise I'd put the backpack on and I'd just fall over because I'd be too heavy.
You need a cart.
I do need a cart. I
We
need to get one. I just keep walking about with everything on my back.
you're very strong.
Wow.
In Kirkwall, where we live with the dwarven merchant people, you can see her trying to word should be there. They have homes in Kirkwall, and some even have homes like near Orzammar. But they travel all the time too, and I used to like listening to their stories about them traveling.
It's very fun. You get to see lots of different things, but sometimes it's nice to have somewhere else you can go that's just yours.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like not having a bedroom to put all my stuff in.
Oh, well, it's very hard. You get so much stuff and then you have nowhere to put it.
Yeah, I sort of kind of have 3 bedrooms.
That's so many bedrooms. Good job. You
Mhm.
can have so much stuff in those bedrooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to get a new table in the one that's in my Grandma and Grandpa's house because I had a spill on the
decorated it.
table. I decorated it.
Oh,
It was
what
an
did you decorate it
original
with?
paint.
Mm-hmm.
It made it look pretty. I
Well, you're an
thought
artist. Artists
yeah.
make things look pretty, but sometimes you gotta ask before you make things pretty for people.
I know that now.
Well, good. So long as you know it now, that's okay.
Yes, and I did say sorry.
Well, that's all you can do.
That's what
You
counts.
say sorry and you learn and you make sure you don't do it again, and then that's okay.
Yes.
Life's full of mistakes. It's just
Yes.
about knowing what to do with them.
Yeah.
It's okay to make mistakes because that is how you learn.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what my mama taught me.
Well, your mom was very smart. Has
She
lots
is
of good
very
lessons.
smart. Mm-hmm.
Your mama tries.
You are very smart.
You are. You do a very good job.
Mm-hmm. What are we doing next? And this will probably be about the time that Ariana and Phelan are petered out with their conversation and hug.
Well, just looks at everybody. I think we need to go on a trip and try to help out Phelan's people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. That would be fun, right? Or is it a sad? Is it?
Oh,
We'll
I'm
find some fun along the way.
I'm
It's-
going to be honest with you, Rainy. Looks like Kenna got this. There are not there are some not fun things happening. And there's some people that are after my clan. And we're trying to stop that. But there's also some very fun things that can happen. Which means you're gonna meet my clan, which means you're gonna meet my little sister. Which means you
Okay.
get to have some new food, make friends.
But there's some bad people you need to go and deal with first.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a little bit of both.
Hmm. Are you coming? And she looks at Cass.
Well, if it's okay with everyone, I think I might come for a little bit. I want to make sure someone has your back and keep you all safe as much as I can. And that's my job, and I'm okay at it. So if
I think you're
everyone
more than
else,
okay at it.
Yeah, you're doing great.
if everyone else is all right with that, then I think so.
Awesome.
I'd love to have you around. It'd be really funny to see you around a bunch of elves.
Uh,
Thank you, Cass.
It's okay. That's what I do.
It's not just that. You're a good person.
I try, and I think that's all anyone can do.
Okay.
the big silent one.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Are we going to be walking?
It's a bit of a
Uh,
walk if we do decide to walk.
It'd be
Saying
weird
that
if
as
it wasn't a
someone,
walk if we were walking.
well, yeah, it's a bit of a long walk. As someone
Mm.
whose people walk everywhere, I am letting you guys know it is a walk.
Yeah. I think maybe if our new friend hasn't gotten too far, ask him about how we were gonna be traveling. Because they don't need
He's
that
still here.
saddle anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's still here. We can ask him whereabouts and we can have that.
The big other canary man?
No, another friend we made.
Oh.
Another friend?
It's a new person that works here now.
We just got done talking
Oh.
with them.
Yeah,
Even Faye was like, what's going on? More people? It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a new person working here, and he knows where we could get a cart, so I don't have to carry a backpack, and you wouldn't have to carry a backpack.
I did
Because-
really like the cart,
Yeah,
but I
What
also
if
like the food that he had. Will we have that food?
we could get some
Oh.
food.
We should
Yeah.
definitely get some food before
We
we
could
go.
maybe ask him to make you some food for the road.
Mm.
Mm,
he does seem nice. So
yeah. Maybe we get blankets so that we can make like a pillow and blanket nest in the cart for when people need to have a sleep.
I think that's
That
a great
sounds good.
idea.
Yep. Sometimes your bedroom is the inside of a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I meant that seriously.
I know
Hence,
my bedroom was a
also-
wagon, actually.
Hey, that's awesome.
Or you can teach us how to do it then.
It's the
What if it rains?
well, we could get
Or-
a covered cart.
Or we can get a big tarp and we can make a cover for it
Yeah,
if the one we
Yeah.
have isn't covered.
Mm.
I miss Aravel's.
The Arvels have
May
that
not-
suspension.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't make it that comfy, but I haven't stopped being handy. Can fix up our whatever we got. I
Yeah.
can make it a little nicer.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what we had back in Kirkwall while we were on the road with the Relesians and
Mm.
your father. So
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they had wagons and also tents.
yeah, we can do the same.
Mm.
Not maybe as nice, but we'll get close.
We are in Orlais, though. Does that mean that the things here are going to be nicer?
Well, they're also very expensive. Orlais has
Oh.
a lot of gold running around.
We have that chest, Mama.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
It's
we'll start
also
pulling
my
out some
horn
tools.
fund, but maybe I can start my horn fund later.
Well, Beverly was nice enough to give us some stuff, so
I mean,
We'll see.
technically, we already started with that gem that you found, so you don't have to buy a gem now.
Mm.
Let's see how much of a fund we got. And Cornell's gonna like try to find like a dagger to wedge in the lock and like a hammer to just like bash it open.
You know, you could have just asked.
yeah, I was like, I did check
Why is
that
it
thing, right?
Oriana?
I think narratively
Oriana,
I checked and there were traps. That's fine.
It's fine. It's open now.
last time
Okay.
you opened
Um,
the chest, this is what you did, right?
There
Yep.
is-
That's it. Hmm.
There's a couple pieces of jewelry in here. And it's all made up in chains. There's not many of the bigger coins, but you would average this out at about, I mean, it must just be ever so slightly over 10 gold.
Damn.
Dang.
We're rich now.
Hmm.
Haven't seen this much money in one place in a while.
So I suppose.
I guess we can afford to get some nice tents and blankets and whatnot.
Blanket nest.
Or maybe a pillow? I haven't
Oh,
had a
yeah.
pillow in a while.
It sounds like we have some shopping to do.
So tomorrow we go shopping and get ready to set out. I need to talk to Dina about if they gotten any information.
Where
Hmm,
is it we're going?
South.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Um, it's a bit of ways from here.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Should probably get some sleep then. Just goes off and does that child thing of like, it's bedtime and just immediately like, just, yep.
Yeah.
Leaving the grown-ups.
Remember that? That's amazing. We'll, like,
Honestly,
tuck
I'm a
her in,
little jealous.
kiss her on
Yeah.
the forehead. Yeah. Amazing. As long as she can hold on to that, the better.
She's doing really well. And so are you.
Oh. Honest with you, Valen, I'm
Mhm.
barely holding on.
But you're holding on.
Yep.
Why
What you
don't
gotta
you
do?
take why don't you take a bath tonight?
Yeah. That'll do me some good. Yeah.
It's gonna take Canal's hand, squeeze him, give him a kiss.
I think Kana has started crying. Just a little bit.
Oh no.
He's gonna hug her. As much as his little noodle arms can squeeze her.
I know they had what was coming to him, Valen, but
It's not easy.
my hands were made to build things and make things. And ever since Lothering got destroyed, I've been doing nothing but break. And I wasn't I wasn't built for this. I'm not a warrior. Sorry. I'm just
Don't apologize. It's okay.
I'm just
We aren't born wanting to kill and destroy things. Some people grow into it, others do it to survive, do it to protect. I know it feels horrible, but hold on to that. That's what makes you you. That's what gives you your kindness. None of us were meant to do this. And sometimes we have to do horrible things to survive this world. That doesn't take away who you are. You are still you, and you are still able to create. You are creating, helping to create a better world for your daughter, even if it's through unsavory means. It hurts to know what we did. That's less people that can hurt families like you and people like us. And it
hey,
may,
if anyone deserved it, I guess they did.
it's not easy to come to terms with it. And you shouldn't
I
feel like it's normal.
No, but I'd rather do it and keep it as far away from my baby girl as I can than have her have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, we're in this situation. This is our lives now. And for what it's worth, we're able to do something about it. You know,
Not
a lot
everyone
of people
is.
wouldn't have made it through what we did.
It's okay to cry and break down every once in a while.
I gotta stay strong for Rainy.
You are strong even if you are crying. You have to show her that it's okay to process things. That bottling up and pushing it to the back until you explode is not the healthy thing. Being soft and emotional doesn't mean you're weak. It means that you're a person who's going through some really tough stuff. Show her that it's okay to cry and to process things and to not hide.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just too used to, you know, it's just been us. I've, it's hard not to feel like if I let my guard down, then there's no adult in the room, you know? You're right. And yeah.
We're here for you. If you need us.
I'll remember that. I think I need some time.
Go
But
take a bath.
I'll talk to y'all more when I'm ready.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her a squeeze.
Squeeze back. We'll walk out the room and go shopping day.
Retail therapy.
Phelan is gonna turn around and look at Cass. Do you want a hug too?
Oh, I mean, you don't have to. It's okay.
That's not the question I asked.
Um, yeah, okay. We don't do a lot of those. Maybe it could be nice.
Yeah. You have to come down here though.
Castle, like,
Mm.
not quite
Yeah.
crouch, but like
Yeah.
bend a little.
Yeah. He's going to. He can't squeeze really hard, but it's a very warm
Yeah.
hug, and he faintly smells like a like incense and woodsy tone, but with a little bit of aloe vera in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And probably also smells like Adina and Marcus, if we're being
Yeah.
quite honest.
But
Yeah.
if we're being quite honest,
Yeah.
but
it's
he
like, oh,
gives you a
This
hug,
bit's
and
familiar.
it's he may be a man, but it's definitely a mom hug where it's
Yeah.
like the rub on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Cass like hugs back, but like does very gentle like head tilt so the hearts are pointing askance so they're not in the way.
Yeah.
Cass, I'm so touch starved.
I would just kind of like gently squeeze, not enough to hurt.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
squeeze.
Responsible Canary hugging involves head
Yes.
tilting.
Yeah.
Head tilting and very gentle squeeze.
Yeah.
Do not be too aggressive with your hug.
You want to hug too, Parmesan?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think when you hug Cass, it's like she smells like hearty food in the sea. It's like sea salt and sage and the
I love
spices from
it.
the stews. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, unless there's any other business from any of you, you're free to take your rest. Cass, obviously, you do have your own space you can go to sleep in. Well, there's probably beds in this room. It's one of those like larger ones that an inn would have for groups, or if people want to pay a cheaper rate, you can stay in the
Yeah.
group rooms, and it just means you're not staying with just yourself.
I think
Um,
Cass at the very least will stand guard until people are asleep, and then we'll consider if she's gonna slink
Mhm.
off to her own room or not.
Yeah. If you slink off to your room, a door will open and Ascari is gonna pop his head out and be like, I passed your name on to that bard, by the way.
Excellent news.
Yeah, she
Perfect.
said,
Okay.
if you wanted to liaise, she'll be downstairs until last call, so.
All right. Well, we're shopping and leaving tomorrow, so maybe
You're
I
about to
will.
Yeah. You gotta take it where you can get it, Cash,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, I don't know what's gonna happen in this trip, so I might as well while I'm here, and they can't get in much trouble. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hey, I got you. We wingman for each other, That's how we do.
Yep, I'll return the favor next time I'm around.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Mhm.
Scurries off downstairs. Scurries as much as a canary can.
Yes. As light-footed as you can be, you're able to go
Exactly.
down. Mm-hmm. Her name is Felicity. She is our legion. She is a bard.
Of course she is.
She's relatively fresh into the career of being a bard. But she'll have some stories for you
Excellent.
and
Cass
be
will
interested in her learning yours.
will invite herself to the table and sit down to discuss said stories.
It's a good conversation. She wasn't here for anything particular or a job at this tavern. This is just a place to stay in before she also is on the road. But we'll get you a drink. We'll get you a nice drink.
Oh, delightful.
What do you think you
So-
would have? What would Cass have if there was no money issues?
Like a top shelf whiskey, neat, smoky.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
PT.
yes. It was very simple but classy, elegant.
Oh, nice. Very good.
It's all like short glass that she is very delicate with.
Yeah. I think she's got something that it's in our world, crema de catalana, if y'all don't know what it is. Oof. It's like sort of like white chocolate dessert or like creme patissiere, like that really creamy, luxurious taste, but in a liqueur. Um, it is Spanish. Well, I suppose it's Catalonian. I don't know the history of it, but it tastes delightful. It is like a white, milky looking liquid, but it smells delicious, and you will discover tastes delicious as well.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're making yourself sweet for me. We love that.
We love a little sweet moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll spend her evening down in the bar with Felicity then.
Sure. It's up to you if the invite would be to your room or her room. She does have a room that she could take you to if you want to be on another level. She's on the lower floor.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Consider it to others.
All
Yeah.
of Cass's things are in the room, and she has a lot of weapons that are just out. And we see each other, we meet each other in a level, but it's impolite to have all your weapons out when you're expecting.
You just walk in and they're like, that's my battle axe. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Here's my daggers.
It's so fine. I promise this is not threatening in any way, shape, or form.
Amazing. She'll maybe even sing you a song. Because bard.
Beautiful.
Now bards for anyone watching at home or the gathered few here that don't know, an Orlesian bard is not a bard in a true sense of just being a musician. They are spies. Sometimes assassins, usually spies, but they can kill uh, on the jobs that they do. They're highly trained professionals here in Orlais and engage in the dance of the game. The grand game.
Oh, the game. How
But
we
she
love you.
Oh, those Hala statues. You. She does have a nice singing voice, though. She will sing you a song. So, the morning will come. You are well rested. Those of you who were hurt are able to at least rest your bones a little, bandage things that need bandaged. You feel healthier for it. It is not the type of game system where you just immediately heal everything and all wounds and injuries are gone. That's not how it works. So you still have some ouchies, but you definitely feel better for having had your rest. You were able to break your fast. And I would just like to know, we don't have to necessarily do a full montage and role playing out the scenes of buying things from shopkeeps, but I am interested to know anything that you are looking to purchase and acquire here in the town before you head off.
I have a list.
Okay.
1 second. It's on this side, and I have the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to purchase 3 rations. That's 3 weeks
Okay.
supply.
Yes.
A pound of tea.
Okay.
A pillow.
Okay.
A pint of oil.
Okay.
A healer's kit.
Mm-hmm.
Rope, 20 yards of it. Not the silk kind, so not for that.
Okay.
2 smoke bombs.
Okay.
And a pound of flour.
Good. I
Thank
imagine
you.
if you were just out acquiring these things and then the view to go back with all of your stuff, you're carrying a lot of things.
Yeah.
Especially because you have a couple pounds worth of goods
Yeah.
on top of everything else. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're able to get those things for sure.
Thank you.
What about everyone else? This game is delightfully specific in its list of things you can acquire.
Mm-hmm.
Were we able to track down the wagons or whatever they were planning to transport us with?
If you set Cass on the task, Cass can go and find Gerard and question him. He will let you know that it is a set of stables that are a little further away from the docks, where people might come in, you drop off your horse and cart, do your business in town, get back on your horse and cart, and then leave. Those don't tend to be in the center of a town. They're usually slightly more on the outskirts. So he will let you know of the space where they have their cart. It is not necessarily like a covered little travel wagon for people. It's a slightly wider. The intent was to put goods on it and then transport things on the wagon. So in terms of being able to cover it, that's something that is a project you could work on. You're able to get your stuff on it, no bother. There's plenty of room in there to transport the people and also the goods that you're buying. That should be easily done. And perhaps just a project for later about covering it.
Okay.
Usually, I mean, if you're buying a tent, if you're resting, you'd be pitching your tent and sleeping in there.
Honestly, I think at this point, I will take their horses and buy a nice wagon because it's easier and we can get out of town quicker that way. As much as a project would feel really nice, there's more stuff to build when we have more time. Buy a nice covered wagon that's comfortable.
Okay.
If that's possible.
How much is a good wagon?
Yeah.
A
150
regular
silver.
wagon It's 150
150
silver.
silver, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's a gold and
cost of
50
a wagon.
silver.
I feel like it would maybe be just slightly more than that to get a good one that's covered. Wagons are often just, you
Yeah.
sit on them and they transport you. You
Well,
want something that's covered. It would be a little more, but not like,
it's in
massively.
a cart says it's 20 silver. Are we getting
Yeah,
The
like
wagons at the bottom. It's
a
150.
wagon? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
if
yeah.
you're on a
150.
wagon, it's yeah.
So maybe 2 gold for the covered part as well.
Well, it wouldn't be a whole 50 silver for the covered. It's not, this is not the kind of town, this is a very small town and it's geared towards fishing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, like,
Mhm.
your options are not huge for be like, you go to the wagon seller who
Yeah,
has
I can't
a,
get
like,
a
the used,
luxury
the used,
wagon,
the
yeah.
used car seller with the
Uh-huh.
noodle out front. Unfortunately, it
They
just
have
is
lucky
what it
ways,
is.
little
Yeah.
human.
You
I
have
would like to
a,
buy a Rolls Royce, please.
they have a wagon there, but I will say is that although obviously it would have been more to get it something that is fully and nicely covered, it's not going to be the sort of size where all of you are going to be able to sleep in there. It just means that it's covered for the people who are sitting inside.
Okay.
But just because of the size of it and with you guys all lying out, but it's a previously loved cart, which would have brought that price down. So it'll even out at the 150 silver.
Okay. I will also buy 2 pillows and
Mm.
2 like sleeping bags and
Mm-hmm.
6 blankets. Blankets for everybody.
Okay.
Oh, Kara and Oriana already have tents and blankets and stuff. So I'm just saying you don't have
Fuck
to buy it
us,
for
I
us.
guess.
Well, you won't have.
That's what I started with.
You'd have to buy.
Wow.
Well, but you. Would
Like
you have
that's all her
taken that
pack
stuff, or
was.
would it be? Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
in terms of like
Like-
taking the tent, would you have been taking it?
Well, let me put it this way. Oriana's the type of person, she carries all her stuff on her. So if they
Yeah.
kept it while they stole her, she would have it. If not, she would replace
Sure.
it.
Yeah, then they can have that in your equipment.
Okay.
It's going to be
Yeah,
something
'cause
that's
I've-
rolled up rather than a big full.
Yeah, no, it's nothing fancy.
It's a little personal
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
It's stuff that they basically used when they were living, in the woods.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also well loved.
Yes, incredibly so.
Mhm.
More cats on the
Um,
screen.
Honestly, as far as Oriana goes, her and her mom probably just bought rations and like maybe a few things of like dried meat kind of thing just to make it not so shitty.
Yeah.
But it would have been very much um just bare minimum kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
I
They're
feel like
hoofing it again.
I feel like
Yeah.
she might have bought some coffee because at the very least you can heat up some water and have a
Yeah.
coffee.
But yeah,
Oh,
basically just what they would normally do in the woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have asked Akari if he could make us food also.
Ooh, I don't know if he'd be able to be in a position to make it because
Okay.
he doesn't have access to a kitchen, but
Dang it.
he can give you a couple of the things that he has left.
Oh, I feel bad though.
It's fine.
Thanks, big guy.
Yeah, well, I make those to give the people that we're rescuing, so I guess that's the purpose of serving.
It's mostly for Rainy. She really liked it.
Yeah, there's no problem. Gotta make sure Cass has the comforts as well, eh, Cass?
What am I gonna do? Buy spices? Be so serious.
I know. Listen, you
But other
can't buy
things-
that kind of cashew brittle, okay? They don't get.
It's true.
Uh-huh.
I know you're not rescuing me, but please have some ready when I get back. Thank you.
Yeah. You got any other specific requests?
No, that'll do it. Just lots of it. Like
Okay.
stack it.
Okay. Yeah. I was considering making like one of those tray bakes as well with the caramel drizzle on top, maybe. Okay.
Do that. Actually, yes, do that. That's the
Right.
request.
I'm on it. Consider it done.
If I come back with her, can I have some,
Yeah.
please? Thank you.
Sure.
Can I safely assume that I can take a tent and a bedroll from the
Yeah.
swallows? Be like, I'm leaving. Thank you. Please let me have
Yeah.
these.
You get kitted out on company budget.
Excellent. And then in terms of other things, I think picks up a couple of whetstones for all her silly little weapons.
Yes.
Some hunter snares and a skinning knife just in case. Some rations. Flint and steels just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And then is gonna like stop off at like not quite a luxury goods store, but like a little artisan stall.
Yeah.
And is gonna pick up a couple of packs of glass beads, and is gonna ask after like a length of like fine chain, like jewelry chain, rather than
Mm-hmm.
like link chain,
Mm-hmm.
and is gonna pick that up as well.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Excellent.
Like I say, a lot of the bits and pieces you're just picking up. Company budget.
Yeah, those are just treats for me.
Mm-hmm. You're like, I need to go out shopping, and Adina's like, say no more. Just gives you
Yeah,
money.
say less.
There's the company
Here's 20
credit card.
gold.
Yeah. How much could it cost? 20 gold? Like,
Yeah.
How much is a banana?
bury that. I'm like, thank
Um,
you. I'll bring you change, maybe.
If
That's fine.
before they leave, Phelan just wanna ask Adina if she heard anything back about the area, any information on a clan of Baelish that have been there recently.
Not yet. We've only been here one day. It takes longer than that to get down there, so.
I don't know how this works, so
Oh, well, I'm not
I'm-
psychic, but hey, could work towards it.
Okay.
When we find information, I can pass it on. Do you know where it is that you're going?
No. I'm not the planner here.
Okay. Who would I speak to learn where it is that you're going?
Probably Kana or Ariana.
Okay. Do you want to bring me to them?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
She just turns around and takes her to Ariana and Kana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
She looks at you expectantly, Phelan, assuming that you're going to explain what you need.
Oh, where could I tell her that we're going specifically if she needs to send
Oh.
word?
Oh, for the record, Oriana and her have not met yet, right? I'm pretty sure we have not. Yeah.
No. This is Oriana. Oriana, this is Adina. Swallow. No, fuck, what was her last name? Shit.
Bryn Swallow.
Bryn Swallow. He knew that, I didn't.
Oh, the Bob. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, um, I'm vaguely familiar with the area. We're going to Halam Shara, and via route, like she's gonna kind of name like just random places she knows, but going south. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but you know, hoping we can hear whispers as we get closer.
Your two companions here did mention that there are people that you're trying to look for.
Yeah, I don't know their clan name. And then we had two contacts, I think, right?
That's who
from the
she's asking for
relations.
it. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I misunderstood.
No, you're okay.
But yeah, we'll
One is
give
Sebastian.
her those names. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a scholar who lives a little outside of there.
Okay. Well, Sebastian, we know, so I can try to send word ahead to him. He would be
Thank
able
you.
to pass on information that we are able to find out.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so, primary objective and information you're needing is just about the clan, or is there anything else we're helping you with? I'm obviously very aware of your situation and how you all got here.
Are you aware of a lordling man in Denerim named Bryce Calden? He works with Lord Ebenetch.
No, that's the one that we know about, though.
Yeah,
The one who was
that's what I
acquiring
figured.
you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hmm. If you do hear anything about him, just mention it, maybe.
Our intention, usually, when we find out these sorts of things, because sometimes the people that we liberate have no interest in following through with dealing with it, they just want to get somewhere safe and to live a free life, which is fine. We still carry on till the job is done and try to undermine and remove people that we discover. That is why we offered to lend our aid to you all, and that is why Cassandra here is going to be traveling with you.
Honestly, I never knew him to be a slaver, but it's not like he's a great man. So you'll probably cross paths with him a lot.
It is less so that he is a slaver and more that he contacted people who are slavers to acquire you.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. I don't think that's his main mode of money, but
No.
I do know he basically wants to undermine Ferelden. So I just mean you're probably going to run into him. And if you hear he's nearby, or if you need information on him, I can give you anything. He's pretty arrogant, as you'd imagine.
Well, what we are here to do is to offer you all help in what you're trying to do, rather than you assisting us with this. We were disrupting a trade route, so to speak. Our primary objective was to deal with the people who were involved and liberating who we can.
Yeah.
It's good that we managed to acquire one of them and that he's willing to work with us. We are hoping to travel north to find out who you would have been handed off to, because that gives us a line to follow until we find the full trade, sometimes even the auction houses themselves.
Yeah. I just mean information's power.
It absolutely is.
Yeah. And I know him very well. So.
Are you
Anyway.
wanting him dealt with?
Eventually. But I'll do it.
Do you need anything from us to help you do it?
I think Oriana just looks at her mom and just, not yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be carrying on with our business.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you get the chance, just do it. But maybe just let me know.
He is not our primary objective. It is the slavers we are going
I know. I'm just saying, don't stop on my account, okay? Just, yeah. If I get the chance, it'd be nice.
Well, if we happened to run into him, we could tie him up with a little bow and deliver him to you, but I find it is often more satisfying when people have the will, desire, and skill to do so, to handle things themselves.
Yeah, quite frankly, just probably don't even want to touch that. It's gross.
We just facilitate and give people what they feel they need.
Yeah.
Whether it's weapons, backup, information, whatever.
Thanks.
Now, we have agreed to assist how we can with the situation regarding the Dalish clan. We can seek out our own feelers and information, funnel things to Halam Sharal and to Sebastian, but he might be a good option for you. He has contacts with a network of like-minded elves. And although there are times and there are places where those who live in the city and those who live the Dalish way of life don't blend very well together, it's less so the case in Halam Sharal. They don't even have an alienish. So we can pass on word. I can maybe see that he seeks you out.
Yeah. Any information be good. We're not working on much. Just that they're being hunted for, at least the told reason was they're in possession of something.
Or someone.
Yeah. But that, obviously could be a lie.
Good. Well, you have one of our best resources in the shape of one of us. But if there's anything else that you need before you go, just let us know. That's what I'm saying. You are allowed to ask for things.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Can't even look at you.
If there isn't an answer to that, then I wish you luck on your journeys.
Thank you. I think once Oriana kind of just stares at Phelan, to be honest, just like, make her way to the rookery, if they have one. She's got 2 outstanding letters of like, hey, just kidding, I got taken. Send word here.
Yeah.
God.
I think Kana will go with Oriana to the rookery, and we'll draft a letter to Beverly. Be like, hey, I told you I'd write when I met up with Rainy. Sorry, it's been a minute.
Sorry, got kidnapped.
Sorry, got kidnapped. Don't actually have time to write a letter about that, but Arana got kidnapped by a dragon. If you or your man have the resources to look into that at all, that would be awesome, because our friend is hurt.
And I think Oriana will be like, can I write a PS in there, please?
Yeah.
PS, ask Aiden about this dragon, and we'll give the description that she asked from Cass at some undertone time, sure, about what that dragon looked like. And like, have you ever heard of this, Aiden? Like, what kind of dragon is this?
Ask your 10-year-old for professional dragon help, please.
He knows. There's no way that kid who's obsessed with dragons doesn't know.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone
I know.
in this world,
It's just funny.
Like, hey,
And I was like,
Aiden.
if you or your Arl friend who has the resources of an Arl can help. And Oriana's like, or your 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Look, I just think Aiden would know, okay? And
You're
like,
not
if
wrong.
Aiden could tell us like what kind of dragon it is, where they like to be, what their powers are, like it's
Yeah. Any help is help.
PSS. Hi Aiden. Hi Bev.
This poor Raven's gonna have to carry the largest scroll.
PPSS. Sorry, was trying to keep this note short.
PPPSS. No, I'm kidding.
No.
And then we'll send a letter to Orsmar. We'll see if we hear something back. But and then I think we'll send like just a real short, sweet little note to Sunny. Not really saying exactly where they are or anything, but like more just trinkety type of thing, and then like I met a rat friend and he was great, like that kind of
Yeah.
note a thing. Yeah,
But are you
I
gonna
know.
let him know where he can reply it or no?
I'm so I there's a little bit of Oriana that's worried that that's how they found her.
Sure.
Yeah, I think. Mm, honestly, I think if Swallow Leader Lady would be cool with it, I think she'd ask it to send it here. Actually, from
Mhm.
Sunny. Yeah. But the one to Orsmar, she would say, hello, I'm Cheryl. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just keeping Sunny informed. You don't necessarily need.
Yeah,
Mm.
like it'd be nice to hear from him, but also Sunny is an unprotected little tiny dude in Denerim.
Yeah.
So yeah. Denerim. Yeah. So Oriana honestly doesn't know if that's safe enough to be like, this is such a
Sure.
good idea, or Sunny, here's all my information, and come find me at this
Yeah.
exact location.
Okay.
Because Calden's not an asshole.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
I told Bev here her alarm shell.
Going to
Well,
over
we'll
replies. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. Yes.
I don't want to. I don't. Yeah, but I'm just waiting to see if everybody else got
Cassie
anything
doing
else.
anything?
Yeah, or
I think
anyone.
no, she did that last night.
Round two.
Cass has no one to send a letter to, so we'll not do that.
Mm.
But instead we'll
Maybe.
kind of catch Ascari at some point and just be
Mhm.
like, hey,
Man.
going dark. You know the protocol.
Yeah. Where you heading?
Well, I'm sure all, I think.
Oof.
Yeah. So I imagine it'll be pretty silent on my end. So keep him out of trouble, the new kid.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna bring him to
little
the.
that little elf too, Tristan, keep him out of trouble. He's getting rowdy.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
keep an eye on him. He's out. He's also underground at the moment, so I'm not sure exactly where he is. But if you're going to Hell, I'm sure Al Karis is down there.
Oh, okay, great. Well, I'll tell her hi if I see her.
Okay.
Otherwise, keep at it.
All right, Pipsqueak, you getting sentimental?
Oh, don't. I worry. Always a chance to last time.
Yeah. I
So
suppose it is healthy and realistic to make sure send-offs are proper send-offs.
they would hate it if they saw us now, wouldn't they? Saying
Yeah, they would.
goodbye to each other, doing send-offs,
Getting
drawing
emotional.
dragons,
Oh no.
having
Having
favorite
names.
colors and
Favorite
names.
colors. I know. Drew a dragon. Drawing. Oh my gosh.
Who do we think we are?
Yeah.
Well, you better be able to draw a much better dragon by the time I'm back.
Listen, I feel like we're far enough gone that re-education is not an option anymore. So.
I think they can't get us back now, so we might as well lean hard the other way.
Yeah. How'd your night go?
Pretty great.
Yeah.
Bards, man. Bards.
Bards, yeah. I know.
Every time. Anyway. Yeah, if I gotta go, what a way to go.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
So-
Yeah, they trying to remember the last time I had a bard.
Oh, get yourself a bard.
Oh,
There's
there was
it is.
the little elven guy. You remember when we were up in Navarra at that point? He
Yes,
was
yes, I do.
They're very
Yeah.
talented.
Sure are. There's your tasks. Draw a better dragon, get a bard.
Get a bard.
Those are your
Okay.
two. Better get them both done before I come back. So
Okay.
all right.
All right. Fair enough. I can do that.
Yeah.
What's your target?
Me, stay alive. Keep them alive. Maybe save some people along the way.
Save some people along the way. Okay.
Um,
You should go try and a baker. I want to hear you encountered somebody or a chef, but like
sure. Yeah, culinary.
yeah,
Great. Okay, fine.
that's your
Challenge
target.
challenge accepted. Let's do it.
Okay. I
We'll do
feel
like
like
a
this is one
big
of the ones
sigh.
because there's been a little while since we've done the acquire new weapon, so should we add that on just to be sure? Don't know how I'm
Yeah, we'll do that. And then I guess pick a new favorite. We're working through things that we've decided are our favorite things, so that when people ask us, we have answers and we don't have to tell them they're really sad. Well, we weren't allowed to have personalities
Yeah, I
because
know.
like that's always a bummer. It kills a
It can
conversation.
be a bummer, yeah. It's
So,
easier when you encounter people that like have been through it, so that you don't have to explain everything and be like,
yeah, and
"Well,
then it's kind of
I
like
don't know when my birthday is because I am."
just kind of pick today I liked and hope for the best. We'll call it at that.
Favorite time of year. That's what we can work on.
Lovely.
I think I'm going to be going up to Ravine soon. So
Oh,
I'm going to be going
love
under.
that for you.
Yeah,
Some,
but I have to be
some time at the
captured, and
sea.
I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be posing as somebody who has
Yeah,
been
rough
taken.
one, but at least you're in Ravine, so
Yeah, I don't
sounds
mind it.
fine.
To be honest with you, I prefer it to like pretending to be the slaver, right? Because then I don't have to be mean to people. I just have to have people be mean to me, which can be kind of funny sometimes if they think they can
Yeah.
hurt me.
Well, yeah, especially when they're like trying to intimidate you and you're still like, I have like a foot and a half on you. Can we
Yeah.
chill out for 1 minute?
Yeah. There's a way they like to see you act or noises they want to hear, and it's great. You know, do it enough
it's
and they
fun.
leave you alone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, at least that'll be something for you to do.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Bye, Pipsqueak, and he's gonna ruffle your hair.
So like joke like punch me in the shoulder and duck out the way. Sucks when you do that, but like grumbles fondly, she walks away.
Very good. So we have a wagon, we have acquired some goods, we have a direction of Halam Sharal, we have a raven flying on ahead of you, alerting at least one of your contacts that you are coming. Seems like we're on the road. We will find out what that journey is like and what we might find next session. Next session is going to be our mid-season finale. So just before we get going with our outros, after next week, this show is going to be off for 2 weeks. We are going to be airing a very special Dragon Age story in its place, a wonderful story that we pre-recorded, which follows some Antivan crows. So that we'll be playing for the 2 weeks after that, and then we will be back after that for the second half of the season. So we're going to do our outros and let you know who we are, who we've been playing, where you can find us. I am Emma Hamalu on the internet. I've been the storyteller today. You can find me, Hamalu, on the internet, mostly just Blue Sky. I do have a link tree as well, but I'm not very active on social media. However, I am active on channels with stories. So you can see me here running this fine game. You can see the Crows game that I GM, and also on Saturdays we're currently airing a 4-piece Mass Effect story. We have had 2 sessions already. This Saturday is going to be our 3rd. There's going to be 1 week off, and then we are back at it with the finale of that as well. There's a few other things you're going to see me on different channels that have been recording, including a wonderful Walking Dead game where I made everybody cry, including myself, and then a very sad dinosaur game I was in where there was also some tears because it was 10 candles. Anyway, everybody else, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hey there, neighbor. Howdy ho. I've been Emily. Been going through it today. It's been great. I love that. yeah, you can find me online amongst the loud beepings at Emily Bard 20. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram. You can follow my link tree. Let's see what I've done. If I do stuff in the future, it'll end up on there. Might have some stuff coming up that I'm not quite ready to announce, but maybe Emily gets to be in the DMC sometime. Maybe I'm not quite ready to announce that, but maybe that might be a thing that's coming. So keep
You
your ears
promise?
peeled for that. Only if you're good. But yes.
Baby, I'm not failing.
But yeah, that's been me. Love you guys.
Hi everyone. My name is Satan. I go by any pronouns. You have seen me be everybody's favorite bottom, Phelan today. Um, you can find me here, being everyone's favorite bottom. You can also find me on the Mass Effect games where I play one of my favorite bimbos. You can also find me over Sundays playing a short game of Kids on Bike with our lovely Humla here. We actually get to play together.
I forgot to plug that one.
Yeah, it's okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you,
Yeah.
boo. Over at Baldrian's channel, that's Saturdays at 4 p.m. EST. So catch that. I play another. She's not really a bimbo because she's smart, but she's a mean girl, and I love her. Sorry, recovering mean girl. And you might also find me in some of the feature stuff over at the Transmissions channel. If you don't follow us already on Blue Sky and TikTok and all those other platforms, you can also find us on Discord where we have a server that you can join.
Wow.
Wow. But that's me.
Hello everyone, I am Torin or Torin Talks Creativity. The easiest place to find me is on Twitch and or Blue Sky at Torin Talks. As far as things I do, hold on. But on Tuesdays you can find me here, which I'm very happy to play Oriana, and she'll eventually not be sad. Give her another couple episodes. And then as far as other things going on, every other Friday on Nerds with Dice, we are playing a Wildheim game where we are badass shield maidens who might have been Valkyrie. I don't know. We're just figuring that out. And our very good friend Vaisha or Vivi is running that game. And then as far as other things going on my own channel, I do a gaming series on Twitch on Wednesdays and on Sundays, not Saturdays, on Sundays. I do art, and it's just a really cozy place to try to just decompress from all the bullshit going on right now and horribleness. So you're always welcome anytime, everybody. And that's me.
Hi, I've been Bex. You can find me on the internet generally at Phoenix Force, mostly on Blue Sky, where I'm generally yapping about all sorts, most predominantly at the minute my PhD and pro wrestling, where there is more intersection than you would think. Today I have been just a tiny little baby girl, a tiny little sunshine canary by the name of Cass. And Cass will probably get sadder over the next few episodes, which is delightful.
Yes, baby, get sadder for me. Yes.
There has to be an equilibrium. There always has to be a level of sadness in the
Behind every puppy duck face, there's so much trauma.
so much sadness. Yeah, you can find me here Tuesdays, being Cass. I'm also going to be here as a silly little crow in that mid-season break, and no one is ready for the chaos creature I played in that game. And then beyond that, a couple of other things in the pipeline that I will not announce yet, but will be very exciting and will be over the socials as they come out.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is what's coming. That is us. As was mentioned, we're actually going to be looking to start sorting some more stories for this channel. So if you've ever wanted to play with us here at Transmissions, keep an eye out on that. Also, if you've ever wanted to play the game GM by me, I'm on Start Playing. Aside from that, we love you very much. We will see you next week for our mid-season finale. Goodbye, everyone.